favorite time of the week. Welcome back to Lore and Tea, a chill club for all things geeky. We're about to investigate FNAF 3, but first, the most important question. Legendet, what type of tea you get?
I got this like orange spice one. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks really good.
I think that's what I had last time. I've got like just a classic like green tea going on right now. I'm not sure if it'll be good or a little too plain, but I have high expectations, so we'll see. Anyways, what we're actually here to discuss, FNAF 3. We've been through the first two games. This is a series called Return to the Lore, where I, who have been in the theorizing space for a long time, take Legendet, a newcomer, through the FNAF releases one by one to catch her up to date on the lore and to simulate them coming out again for the first time, because we only work with information that we have in the games up to that point. So Legendet is sort of like a fresh new set of eyes experiencing FNAF all the way from the beginning. We'll see our theories evolve and change over the course of the episodes here. And yeah, so we've done episodes 1 and 2. Make sure to go check those out if you haven't. That we'd really appreciate it. And last time what we learned is we should do a bit of a recap going into it of what Legendet's thoughts were, because while I will be asking the guiding questions and pointing out the important information and presenting some theories, Legendet's the one we're really prodding the theorizing out of here, since she's the one who has the fresher mind of all this stuff. So that being said, I've kept track of all of her theories and thoughts in a document, and we're going to sort of just refresh ourselves on what she thinks of the story as of FNAF 2. So her idea of the timeline is that Fredbear's Family Diner was the first location. It existed sometime in the past. Freddy's Zero, or the location that the MCI happened at, opens up. Puppet Kid is killed outside of there, somehow possesses the puppet. The MCI happens inside. The killer leaves the bodies around, but the puppet stuffs them, and then they possess the Unwithereds. The Unwithereds obviously become the Withereds in between the time span. She does think that the Fazbear Entertainment might have found the bodies and removed them, or something nefarious going on with that. 1987, the FNAF 2 Freddy's opens. The killer becomes the night guard, requests to move to the day shift due to the animatronic aggression towards him, starts tampering with her facial recognition system. Jeremy Fitzgerald is hired as a night guard and does nights 1 through 5. The killer at some point uses Golden Freddy to kill 5 more kids within the FNAF 2 location, and they go on to possess the toy animatronics, which makes them act weirder. Jeremy is switched to the day shift for the last birthday party location, but suffers the bite of 87 there. Then Fritz Smith becomes the night 6 guard and is immediately fired afterwards for the same reasons as the FNAF 1 guard. But she does say specifically that she doesn't think that means they're the same person. She just thinks it's sort of a running gag. For some of the lore questions, she thinks the bite of 87 was probably Foxy. All the reasonings for the more question stuff will be found in the earlier videos. She does think the Puppet Kid was killed first, hence why I was able to stuff. She thinks the possession happens through proximity to the animatronics. She does think the toys, like we said, are possessed. And yeah. So, Legendet, how are you feeling about where you're at with the FNAF lore as of the first 2 games?
I feel like it's pretty good for what evidence I've seen so far, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there anything that you're unsure of that would be very subject to change going into this?
Really just what's going on with the order of deaths and how the kids died.
Okay, yeah.
It feels
Which we have
very
next to
vague.
0 information on, right? So it's kind of just voids to be filled at the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah. So FNAF 3, kind of the conclusion to the first classic trilogy of FNAF here. We'll get right into it. We will start with the teasers, as we always do. First up, we have just simply Offline. And I will say we're going to want to brighten each one of these, because we'll find a little goodies. I am still here. You see a creepy face. We brighten it up, we get a 3 in the bottom right corner.
3.
3.
Dang.
For FNAF 3.
Oh.
Oh no. No, no, classic Legendet, classic Legendet. Gee, what is FNAF known for? We're called Lore and T. Oh, the gameplay. Throwback. Gee, what could this 3 possibly mean, Legendet? Hovering over the box. Oh my goodness, we've had 2 FNAF games. What does it mean? What does the 3 mean? No. All right.
Well, I tried to
Alright.
figure that out. I was like, oh, 3 deaths. I don't know.
I just glossed over it. Anyway, so what do we have here, Legendet? In the box here, little cardboard box.
It looks like animatronic hits
Right. Where have we seen these guys before?
in all of FNAF.
Yeah, these guys are specifically the toys, right? So it's from the FNAF 2 location, the 1987 Freddy Fazbear's. And if we brighten this up, who do we have in the background? Oh,
My gosh.
it's our guy. No.
It's our guy.
In purple text, he always does. He always does what?
Kills.
This looks like a map.
You. Vents? Tunnels? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something secret.
I think Vents is the right guess, to be honest with you.
Guess who?
Little fun version of Balloon Boy here.
10.
10. Is
10
that like a date for
animatronics?
when it comes out? I actually don't know what the 10 is all about. Is it like the date maybe for when it came out? I'm not sure. If any of you guys know, let us know in the comments. It's all in your mind.
Excuse me. Hallucinations?
Yeah, actually I wasn't aware of this teaser. That makes sense for something we'll talk about in the game, but yeah. And then a lone hat in a spotlight.
Freddy's hat?
Mm-hmm. It's our Freddy. Oh gosh, writing that one just actually blinds you. And then without a hat. Oh no, where'd he go?
Oh my gosh! Where'd
Where'd he
Freddy
go?
and his hat
No,
go?
not Freddy. Yeah.
5 nights at no one's.
5 nights. 5 nights at no one's. 5 nights at your house.
5 nights in your room. Because you're
That's how I'm
crashing.
feeling about the teasers. Yeah.
Pretty normal. I don't know. I can't really think of anything that's like revealing anything.
Not like groundbreaking or anything. Kind of sets the tone though. We see these like. What do you think of these guys? These animatronics I'll talk about when we get to the game.
They look like the originals, just really beat up.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, and we'll talk about that. All right, I guess we'll just move on to the trailer.
I like the trailers, they're kind of cool.
Yeah. He will come back. He always does, right? Like that. Yeah. So
He will come back, but why are you coming back? I would not.
Yeah.
He always does.
Here's our originals from FNAF 1.
Play.
We have a place for him.
Oh.
Dude, I like this animation right here. That is so cool.
Is that the first time we've actually seen? Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of jump scared.
That jump scared you?
That actually was. That
Wait, we
actually
gotta watch
was.
This?
Yeah! Yeah, I did!
Bro's just taking a peek, look.
Is that someone
Anyways.
in the background?
Sort of. It's like an empty animatronic frame.
Is this the first time we've seen this week?
Yeah, yeah. This is the introduction of Springtrap. No, we'll obviously get more into exactly what he is. But yeah, he's like one of the most famous parts of FNAF at this point. What's interesting is we have a place for him. I'm wondering who the like speaker is supposed to be sort like, quote unquote speaker.
I feel like the animatronics are.
Hmm. So would this almost be spoken like vindictively? Because if it's the animatronics supposed to be like sort of saying it, that'd be like the kids talking, right?
The kids are angry at him for some reason, you know?
So what is the place they have for him? This right here. This.
Yeah. That place.
Yeah, that place. All right.
The
So
place is
into
that.
the actual what?
Nothing.
Okay. Into the actual game itself, we start off with a newspaper, as we so often do. Coming soon, Fazbear's Fright, the horror attraction. Local
Yeah, that's a good
amusement
idea.
park is... Yeah, right, dude? Yeah, you know what I always say? Is open up a new Fazbear location. It only brings good things.
Like, what are you thinking? Like, in this scenario, they are like a real life place that got murdered, like missing children. Let's have a horror attraction about it. Like, what? That's like
Yes, sir.
having, like, oh my gosh. That's like, if you found out like Pizza Hut had 5 missing children in it, and then you had an attraction where missing children are at Pizza Hut. Like, I don't know, it's weird.
The attraction's weird, but I could see the company persisting, because like, if people like, if imagine like 5 murders happened at Pizza Hut, like you'd probably still like, it's not like all Pizza Huts everywhere like the kids are going to be killed, right? Like,
Fair.
it could
But
be
an
isolated to one
attraction.
incident or whatever, but like the horror attraction feels like really insensitive, right? Like,
Yeah. Anyways,
but yeah, local amusement park is getting ready to scare your socks off with a new attraction based on the unsolved mysteries of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, featuring actual relics from the decades-old pizzeria. Okay, so that's a key line, right? Decades old. So
yeah.
we're pretty decently into the future here with this game, right? Pizzeria. This new attraction is guaranteed to bring back your childhood in the worst possible way, because that's what I want. I don't want nostalgia. I want like perversion of my childhood.
Of the friends that went missing.
Right,
See
yeah.
it again.
No, I'm like 60. I had a kid that died at Freddy's like 30 years ago. I'm ready for a horror attraction.
Relive that. Yep.
Yeah. That's like, it'll really help me with the coping process, I think.
Exactly.
Anyways, we'll get to the next one later because that's like the end of the game. So we'll check out that one another time. As for now, let's watch again from Dr. HADI 1987. We have all locations from FNAF 3, so we can get a feel for the building that we're, supposedly playing the game in, even though we are not playing the game. So this is the main office.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I'll probably just peek at you. Oh.
Yeah. Him being... Okay, so I will say, this game was criticized when it came out a little bit for it being like a little easy on the jump scares, you could say. But I will say when Springtrap is over walking outside of the glass, it's so like haunting. Like you're like, oh man, goodness. Like you actually feel it. You're like, oh, he's right there, he's right there. And we'll talk about those guys that show up.
That's weird.
Yeah, so showing like different ways the animatronics can show up in the cameras as well. I like that there isn't like the static, so you can see clearly in these videos.
Yeah, that's true. What the? Is that just a head?
Yeah, it's a Chica head.
Hello.
This location looks so like dirty compared to the others, because like it's supposed to be a horror attraction.
Yeah.
It's like the others are trying to be like cool for the kids. Like this is just like, the whole thing just looks like okay, so in the previous FNAF ones, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, it was uncanny because the location was trying to be kid friendly, yet there was something distinctly wrong about it. Where this one is just going for the horror all the way.
Yeah. Wait, so what's even going on here? Like, is this actually anything, or is it all like just acting.
Oh yeah, that's a good thought right now because it is a horror attraction. You'll see what's happening once we get into the phone calls and the mini games. It'll become clear to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, what is this?
Yeah, no, this is literally just a Halloween it's like Horror Nights at Universal when like you just
Yeah,
go
literally.
and, yeah.
Hey, the cupcake.
The most important part of the lore, the cupcake.
Cake.
Oh, there's our guy. There's Megan.
Guy. What's it? Bro's coming out of the bathroom.
Spring trapped in the bathroom at a Fazbear Fry.
We need that version.
Dad, if you understood that reference, that's amazing.
I would be so proud of you. So impressed.
Legendet will be proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
The Legendet seal of approval. People have fought and died for that.
It's very important.
Man, what a cutie this guy is, though.
Real. What a cutie. Look at him go. He's trying to find Chica.
Oi, Chica.
Hi, Chica, where are you? I will
My
find
kitten. All right, phone call time. I know, Legendet, you love the phone calls.
Yes, my favorite.
Phone calls, and then we can probably get into the mini games. All right.
Hey, glad you came back for another night. I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time.
You sound like a different guy, right?
Great new relics over the
Right, yeah.
weekend, and we're out tracking down a new lead right now. So, let me just update you real quick, then you can get to work. Like, the attraction opens in like a week, so we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire.
Yeah.
When the place opens, people
Specifically
will
on
come
fire.
in at the opposite end of the building and work their way toward you, then past you and out the exit. Yeah, you've officially become part of the attraction. You'll be starring as the security guard.
Yay.
So not only will you be monitoring the people on the camera as they pass through, you know, to make sure no one steals anything or makes out in the
No
corner,
making out
but
at
you'll also
Freddy
be a part of the
Fazbear's
show. It'll make it
No,
feel
I know it's
really
romantic, but
authentic,
don't.
I think.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you about
It
what's
really gets
new.
the teens riled up in here.
Found another set of drawings, always nice, and a foxy head, which we think could be authentic. Then again, it might just be another crappy cosplay. And we found a desk fan, very old school, metal though. So watch the fingers.
Yeah, probably our desk fan, right?
Right now the place is
from
basically
Freddy's
just,
past.
you know, flashing lights and spooky props. I honestly thought we'd have more by now. If we don't have something really cool by next week, then we may have to suit you up in a furry suit and make you walk around saying, boo. But, you know, like I said, we're trying to track down a good lead right now. Some guy who helped design one of the buildings says it was like an extra room that got boarded up or something
Pay
like
attention
that.
to that, maybe.
So we're going to take a peek and see what we can find.
That's nice.
For now, just get comfortable with the new setup. You can check the security cameras over to your right with the click of that blue button. You can toggle between the hall cams and the vent cams. Then over to your far left, you can flip up your maintenance panel. You know, use this to reboot any systems that may go offline. In trying to make the place feel vintage, we may have overdone it a bit. Some of this equipment is barely functional.
Yeah, so that explains
Yeah,
like
I
why
wasn't
it's so
joking
far
about
into
the
like it's in
fire.
the future,
Yeah,
but
that
it's
is
all
real
staticky. Yeah.
The most
They brought
important
them over.
thing you want to watch for is the ventilation. Look, this place will give you the spooks, man, and if you let that ventilation
Okay,
go
so listen to this.
offline, then you'll start seeing some crazy stuff, man.
Remember the teaser?
Keep that air flowing.
Mhm.
Okay, keep an eye
It's
on
all in your
things,
mind.
and we'll try to have something new for you tomorrow night.
So you'll start seeing things. So there's a bit of a interesting question over some of the truth of what you're seeing in this game. Especially there's a group of animatronics like the Phantom animatronics. We'll get to them when I show you some stuff. But yeah. So takeaways from that. Big takeaways from that, right? What was it?
It's a week before it opens.
Yep.
It's like they brought over the old stuff to this place, which is why it would be like haunted still.
Yeah. So they track down, some of the old stuff. They think they have an authentic Foxy mask and stuff like that. At the beginning, he says, "Glad you came back for another night." So this insinuates that whoever we are have been here, right? Like it's like we've worked here a little bit, or like at least one night before, which is just, it's a weird random detail to me. Like I don't know why. Like maybe it just means nothing, but like we've been here at least one night before, you know?
Yeah, but like at this place or somewhere else, like.
I think it has to be at this place because, hey, glad you came back for another night. Like, it seems like recent, like, oh, good, you are working here. But,
Yeah.
And he says, I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time. So, literally, probably just nothing happened. It's just to set up, like, hey, you've been hired to work here, and you are, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Nothing that special. But something of the big, he talked about a room in one of the, that from some guy who helped design one of the buildings, says there's an extra room that got boarded up.
That's
so
weird.
Keep that in mind. One of the old buildings, doors boarded up.
Hey man, okay, I have some awesome news for you. First of all, we found some vintage audio training cassettes. Dude, these are like prehistoric. I think they were like training tapes for like other employees or something like that. So I thought we could like have them playing like over the speakers as people walk through the attraction. Dude, that makes us feel legit, man. But I have an even better surprise for you. And you're not gonna believe this. We found one. A real one. Gotta go, man. Well, look, it's in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll see it. Okay, I'll leave you with some of this great audio that I found. Talk to you later, man. Hello? Welcome to your new career as a performer/entertainer for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. These tapes will provide you with much-needed information on how to handle /climb into /climb out of mascot costumes. Right now, we have two specially designed suits that double as both animatronic and suit. So please pay close attention while learning how to operate these suits, as accidents /injuries/deaths/irreparable and grotesque maimings can occur. First, we will discuss how to operate the mascots when they are in animatronic form. For ease of operation, the animatronics are set to turn and walk towards sound cues. This is an easy and hands-free approach to making sure the animatronics stay where the children are for maximum entertainment /crowd-pleasing value. To change the animatronics to suit mode, insert and turn firmly the hand crank provided by the manufacturer. Turning the crank will recoil and compress the animatronic parts around the sides of the suit, providing room to climb inside. Please make sure the spring locks are fastened tight to ensure the animatronic devices remain
there's our
safe.
keywords, so these are all
We'll cover
spring
this
lock
in more
suits
detail
now.
in tomorrow's session.
Yep.
Remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Alright, yeah, so they found old audio of Phone Guy talking, right? So this was before he died in FNAF 1, obviously, giving some more training tapes. And he's now talking about suits that double as both animatronics and wearable suits. So those are a thing now. Now, as for the top.
Smart.
Right, yeah, that's safe too. It's safe. So at the top it says we found one, a real one. So this takes like actually playing the game to realize, but the who I was calling Springtrap, the dilapidated bunny animatronic looking thing. That does not start walking around until night 2. And so presumably when he said we found one, a real one, they're talking about the Springtrap animatronic thing that they found.
Oh, so talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And what did they talk about in night 1 right before they found it?
They're gonna look for more like relics.
Right, but what specifically in a building? Remember they talked to some guy who designed it.
Oh, something. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what he said.
The sealed up room, right? The sealed up room.
Okay, so that would probably be the sealed up room then.
Right, so they went to the sealed up room and who did they find? But our main antagonist of FNAF 3, the weird bunny guy.
Good job, guys. That helps. That's really
Yeah,
helpful.
You've been a help to. You've been a blessing to this earth. Good to go.
Hello. For today's lesson, we will be continuing our training on proper suit handling techniques. When using an animatronic as a suit, please ensure that the animatronic parts are tightly compressed and fastened by the spring locks located around the inside of the suit. It may take a few moments to position your head and torso between these parts in a manner where you can move
Oh,
and
we've got a
speak.
kitty. Let's
Try not to
go.
nudge or press against any of the spring locks inside the suit. Do not touch the spring locks at any time. Do not breathe on the spring locks, as moisture may loosen them.
Is Kitty gonna help us solve the lure?
In the case of the spring locks
Let's
completely
go.
closed while wearing a
Kitty.
suit, please try to maneuver away from populated
That one's
areas
Polly
before
Lolly for
bleeding
the
out.
viewers.
That
Yep,
cannot ruin the
Polly.
customer experience. As always, if there is ever an emergency, please go to the designated safe room. Every location is built with one extra room that is not included in the digital map layouts programmed into the animatronic or security system. This room is hidden to customers, invisible to
Who's helping us
animatronics,
solve the lure?
and is always off camera.
Exactly.
As always, remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
All right. So that was a cheery outlook on wearing these suits.
That's nice.
So big things to note: you do not breathe on them. Moisture loosens them, causes them to break loose, and they're like, hey, please go to a non-populated room to just bleed out, so you don't ruin the customer's experience. Like that's so brutal to me.
Please do not bleed in front of them. Don't die.
Yeah, we have given you the suit that's super dangerous, but you are going to perform in it for children. If you so happen to get brutally killed inside of the suit, please just go to a safe room. Just die. No big deal. We're not
No
trying to
big
ruin the customer's party here.
Hello. There's been a slight change of company policy concerning use of the suit. Don't. After learning of an unfortunate incident at the sister location involving multiple and simultaneous spring lock failures, the company
Legendet knows the
temporarily
game.
unfit for employees.
We'll get to that.
Safety is top priority at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which is why the classic suits are being retired to an appropriate location while being looked at by our technicians. Until replacements arrive, you will be expected to wear the temporary costumes provided to you. Keep in mind that they were found on very short notice, so questions about appropriateness/relevance should be deflected.
/relevance.
I repeat, the classic suits are not to be touched, activated, or worn. That being said, we are free of liability. Do as you wish. As always, remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
So this, so obviously like everyone knows, there's a game coming up literally called Sister Location, but at this point in time, it's got to just be some other. I don't know if Sister Location, the game as it was even planned at this time. So it's probably not. So people were wearing spring lock suits. That's just some other location of Freddy Fazbear's that had problems with it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like this is mostly here to foreshadow how wrong spring lock suits can go, but it is weird that we mention a sister location. In last game, we got a Fredbear's Family Diner mentioned. I feel like if it was that again, they would just say it by name. And it's incident. What's weird though, it says incident at the sister location, not a. So it's
So that's a
he's
little
talking
weird.
about he's talking about a very specific establishment. It seems like, but and what exactly are the temporary costumes? He says appropriateness/relevance should be deflected. So are they not relevance? That tells me they're not part of the whatever costumes they're wearing are not part of the classic Freddy gang because it says /relevance.
Yeah.
Why would you say that if they were? I don't know. It's just weird details in this call.
Do we see it in the game? What you might wear?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to look as we go on here. But I don't know. I nothing comes to my mind at least, but I could be forgetting.
Hello. This is just a reminder of company location for employees only. This is not a break room and should not be considered a place for employees to hide and or congregate. And
Hide.
under no circumstance should a
here
customer
we go.
ever be taken into this room and out of the main show area.
Oh.
Yeah.
Management is
I wonder
also
where that
made
happened before.
aware that the Spring Bonnie animatronic has been noticeably moved and would like to remind employees that this costume is not safe to wear under any circumstances. Thank you, and remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
So, you know, leading customers into a safe room, what does that sound like?
It sounds a little freaky if you ask me, but.
Sounds like freaky. Yo, not that Legendet. No.
No, it sounds like don't lead little kids into a room and then slaughter them.
True. Yeah, it's because we know like he wore a mascot suit. The killer, he lured the kids from the FNAF 1 newspapers. So it says they know that the Spring Bonnie animatronic has been noticeably moved. Do we think that's when the killer like used it for one of the times he was killing kids, like, and that's why it was moved? Because they're like, oh, no one should use it, and so he comes in and uses it, like.
Or it moved itself.
But I don't know if Spring Bonnie would be possessed, because Spring Bonnie's that rabbit one, right? I'll just say it, like, you know, the.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So like, what I can get a picture.
So then to answer your question, yes, I think that would be the killer guy using the suit.
Yeah. Because we see the Spring Trap version. But like before that, it was called Spring Bonnie, and it was like when it was actually the functional Spring Lock suit.
Oh, okay.
And night 6, the last phone call.
Hello. This is just to inform all employees that due to budget restrictions, the previously mentioned safe rooms are being sealed at most locations, including this one. Work crews will be here most of the day today, constructing a false wall over the old door face. Nothing is being taken out beforehand, so if you left anything inside, then it's your own fault. Management also requests that this room not be mentioned to family, friends,
don't mention
or
it.
insurance representatives. Thanks again, and remember to smile.
Don't.
You are the face
Keep
of
it
Freddy
to
Fazbear's
the
Pizza.
peanuts, you know?
Yep.
Chill.
And pretty soon we are going to talk about exactly why the safe rooms have been sealed and what was sealed inside. Well, we probably already have an idea, because remember what we were saying, what did they probably find in one of the safe rooms?
Dead kids.
Well, so yeah, but we talked about the Spring Trap guy specifically, right? Remember back in Call 2 and Call 1? Because Call 1 mentions the sealed over safe rooms, and then Call 2 is like, we found one, and that's when Spring Trap appears in the game for the first time. Alright, so I think it is important to go over some of the gameplay of FNAF 3, like actual how it plays out. So I'm going to search some FNAF 3 gameplay, and I'm going to show you some of the important parts. So, you have your camera, camera gameplay as you do. Something important to note here is that you play audio. You can see the play audio button right here, right? So you play audio to lure Springtrap around the building. If he's in a room, like one of the cameras that shows you, and you play audio in the room like next to it, it'll entice him to walk over to that room. And the audio specifically is like children laughing. So you kind of mess with him and then drag him around there. Okay, and the other important thing,
there's kids over there. Go kill them.
Right.
Mommy.
Yeah. And also, in FNAF 2, they're talking about how a lot of the suits are programmed to go to where the people are, right? So it could just literally be the programming of the suit, too, just forcing it over there.
Just bring him over. Whoops.
So remember how they... Yeah. So how they talked about the ventilation, too? Like how it might start making you hallucinate and whatnot? So this ventilation button here is important to know. Is that if your ventilation starts getting low, you start breathing heavy, right? You gotta click ventilation. And this is like new gameplay for this game.
Yeah.
this up. You got to refresh your audio devices from time to time, your camera system from time to time, and obviously ventilation has got to be cleared, or you can reboot all. Now, something that can occur is a phantom attack. I'm going to try to find a good example on this video here.
That jump scared me.
Legendet jump scared so easy. So yeah, these guys show up. These guys are called the Phantom Animatronics, and these are the ones that are attached to the "It's All in Your Mind" thing. They first show up in the camera and then in your office. So this is the Balloon Boy one, obviously. And after they get you, your ventilation immediately needs clearing.
Dang.
Something to think about. So they don't immediately kill you, but they put you in a very like rough position, right? Because then you can't be paying attention to Springtrap if you're clearing your ventilation and stuff, you know. So they're almost like assists. Like they don't, but the interesting thing is while they jump scare you, they don't directly kill you themselves. Something to keep in mind too. And actually, while we're talking about them, so they do appear throughout the game, maybe just go to the wiki and just look at each one.
Hey.
Like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Like, what does it look like has happened to him? Or
The eyes are weird.
The eyes are weird. Look at their surfaces.
I could look at the cat start walking in front of my face. Oh my gosh. We had to kick her out, but I don't want to.
It adds flair. It adds flair to the video.
Yeah. Okay. They're very dirty.
Right. So
Bloody?
to me and to like everyone that like talks about them, right?
To everyone who's smart.
To everyone, as well as just people who have had a lot of time to think about these games. We're giving you like a crash course, Legendet. Like I'm taking, because like we're trying to like catch up, right? Go through all the games, catch up. So we're giving you like a very quick crash course. But these guys, they look burned, right? Like it looks like they're all like sooty and ashy, singed, right?
Oh.
It looks like they've been through a fire. Which is weird because we haven't heard of any fires up to this point. And also these guys seem to be hallucinations, right? They talk about the ventilation system causing you to see things, right? They don't kill you upon jump scare, and they just hurt your ventilation system, in fact. So like, yeah, I don't know. But keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that they're burnt. And also at the beginning, there was like this weird line that we could sort of take as foreshadowing, where it's like, it mentioned fire, right? Like, oh, don't let it happen. Remember in the phone call? Probably pull up exactly
they don't
what
want
it said.
fire.
Yeah.
So it probably had something to do with that. They're like, don't let that happen again.
It's like correlated. Yeah, oh, so just so far you're almost thinking like maybe there has been a fire in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But yeah, those would be the phantoms. Alright, so now I feel like there's not a whole lot more to show you in the actual gameplay, so we can go back to just searching through the strict lore. I just needed you to know how the phantoms operated, basically, right? Because other than them, Springtrap is the only like physical animatronic hunting you in the building. But it's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool.
Now it is time to get to the minigames, probably the most important part of FNAF 3 for lore delivery. Legendet, where are we?
We're at the original one?
Yeah, so what do you mean by original?
Like the first game one.
Yeah, FNAF 1, yep. You can tell because the animatronic design, right? They don't look like the toys, they don't look like the wizards.
Yeah. In the stage.
Oh. What are these little guys?
Mice?
Yeah, they're just little mice. But what does that say about the state of this establishment? We see like leaking, we see mice walking around.
Abandoned, probably.
Abandoned, probably. So what do we think? This is probably taking place after it's closed, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, purple guy?
what did we see? What is that?
Purple guy? I don't know.
Not quite a guy though, is it?
A suit.
Yeah, it looks like Freddy, right? It's a bear.
Yeah, but it's purple.
Yep. And it says follow me down here. So these are called the follow me mini games. Where have we seen a purplish, darkish looking bear before?
When the kid was murdered.
Remember in FNAF 2? There's a couple of weird little guys that could show up in your office or sometimes in the parts and service room in the camera. What do we call them? Don't worry, I'll cut out the awkward gaps as you respond.
I can't remember.
Okay, so I call them Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, right? One of them is called RWQ because it had that long mash of letters.
Oh, I forgot about those guys. Yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So this guy in the files, like his image is called Shadow Freddy, which is where the name comes from. And we just extended it to the Bonnie character, who seems to be the same type of thing. We call it Shadow Bonnie, but it's actually like, the whole string of letters. But yeah, so this is Shadow Freddy, which is very strange. So watch what happens.
Wait. But he didn't follow him and he's just there again. Is that the office?
Yeah, walked through the office area.
Sounds like it's storming.
Yeah.
Error? Aw.
Ooh, so
neat.
purple guy,
That's
who's our
great.
killer, right? Came out and
That's so
disassembled the
creepy.
animatronic.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting. So,
Dang, disassembled him.
yeah, so to digest what's happening here, clearly this animatronic is one of the possessed ones, right? It's moving around on its own, no one's around. Shadow Freddy, which is like a purplish dark version of Freddy that we've seen in FNAF 2, right? If you follow it, it leads you to this room. Purple guy comes out of it and dismantles you. This leads into a whole slew of... Yeah?
Are the shadows like their memories? Because like when they're in the kids are like possessed the robots, they can't remember what happened, but then the shadows, like the shadow version of them remembers, and so he was trying to help him remember.
I like that take right now. Yeah, the like it's almost like this weird like echo of what happened before, and since the evil guy's here again, it's like recreating the situation where they followed.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It's almost like their own memories are betraying them like again or something.
Yeah.
So who's missing from the stage?
He's a bit disassembled, if you ask me. Well, he doesn't follow him, and then he's just there.
Yeah, I think he's trying to show us these rooms because they might like the little things on the side change like every time. Just to show us, I think, is the idea of this video. But eventually you have to follow him,
Yeah. Not again.
Yeah. You already know.
Oh. Wait.
It's a good idea to go in that
Yes.
room.
No, your friend.
Huh.
That's nice. Don't like that.
Yeah.
Scares me. So, is this like all happening in a row? Like, are you just constantly switching characters, or is this like a
Oh.
different character in between each match?
That's a good question. Every time you complete a night, you get one of these, and it happens.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
Yeah. What could possibly happen to Chica?
Chica's just gonna go have a good dance party or something. Like, have a good time.
It's not like we have any point of reference for anything to happen, so I don't know.
No. I wonder where they're going. Like, what room are they gonna end up in?
Yeah, we're working on practically zero information for, you know, how we could guess the fate of Chica here.
I know, right? Chica's just a chill
s-
guy. Oh, what happened to these
Yeah.
guys? That's too bad. Oh no!
No, Chica!
Chica! Not that one. I like that one.
Cool. At least it wasn't Toy Chica.
Oh, he even got Foxy, my boy.
Oh, and who's that?
Oh, that's nice. That's
Shadow.
nice. Foxy's my favorite.
Yeah, Foxy's a fun one. He's Phone Guy's favorite too, I think.
Yeah.
Also, you're a suspect for the culprit of the bite of 87.
Oh yeah. Probably a bad favorite, but
I'd say so.
I
That
like
makes it a
Phone
good
Guy.
favorite. Yeah,
Sure.
Phone Guy.
I just meant
Phone
like
Guy's a loyal soldier.
the guy that is supposed that I think killed someone like that. I'm like, oh, he's my favorite.
Yeah. And notice who wasn't there, right? Like Golden Freddy doesn't have that happen, so it's like
Yeah, that's
kind of
true.
goes the fact that he appears more as almost like an apparition type situation more than being like physically at these places. It's yeah, just still routinely separating him. Happiest Day, I kind of want to get to last, so we're gonna show the other mini games first. So you can get these by triggering sort of like secrets around the environment by like interacting with it in certain like code-like ways, and then you can play them. And they have little secrets, so if you jump out of bounds like that. Ah.
That's nice.
Like, what is this? Like, what are we looking at here?
It looks like he's murdering kids.
Yeah, because there's like the dead crying balloon boys here. But like, I mean, like, what is this structure?
It looks like. Oh wait, you can't see me point. How do I explain this? It looks like he's holding like a bat. In, like,
Oh, you think it looks like a
costume.
person?
Yeah.
I don't know. This looks like a. I genuinely, I don't know. This feels too like amorphous to be like a humanoid shape. I've heard people call it a tree, I believe, which makes sense because look, it like has like a branch here. Like if you can see like, but then
What's
like
the
why?
thing that makes that? Okay, but those look like. Oh wait, that could be. Okay, that's the line. Okay, it could be. But what? Like.
I don't know what this is or why it's here. Because it wasn't like there was a tree earlier in the BB game either. So, that's creepy. It gives me a bad feeling though when they go out of bounds. Like, can you see that? Like, it's very creepy.
I know it.
Oh, Mengel's quest here. So Mengel's like collecting parts because remember the kids take him apart.
That's great. Oh, that's right. Poor Mangle.
Yeah, Mengel has it rough. And that thing is possessed. You're just sitting there getting taken apart by kids during the day.
There he goes.
Yeah, see, that's creepy too. Giant crying kid. See, that makes
Dang.
me want to think like maybe the last structure is in some way. Oh, I don't know. No, there's no way that's it.
I thought it looked like a person.
Oh. Like,
Well, then I realized there was just lines in the background, so probably isn't.
yeah. It's so weird. Because this is obviously very like weird, like, you know, creepified crying person, which is, you know, gives me a feeling of dread as well. Get a cake?
Yay!
Wait, is that Toy Chica?
Oh.
Oh, those looks like some happy campers.
She's gonna cheer them up with her toy chica-ness.
You're actually correct though. Look, it opened its eyes and they gave her the cake. When Chica gave it the cake. Oh, this one. So this is called Stage 01. And what do we have here?
We have Freddy and Springtrap.
Right. So like the Spring Bonnie. So like, because
Yeah.
like this is before it, you know. But let's assess this. What does this look like? It's white
Outside.
things. Right. It looks like they're outside
Clouds.
performing in some sort. And it's called Stage 01. What do you know? Does that bring about any thoughts?
The first place they were at.
Right. Maybe this was like early on, like they're outdoor performers or something. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like to show way back. Just out here making kids having a happy day. Oh.
What's happened? Bro's tweaking out.
I was tweaking.
That noise is uncomfortable.
It is uncomfy. It like weasels its way into your ears.
What is even happening right now? Gosh. How long does this go? Oh, there
Oh,
we
you
go.
found one! Yay! Is this a new one?
Vic, how many are there?
Oh! Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, so these are all like there's alternate ways of ending it. Like we saw before, Balloon Boy didn't necessarily give them a cake, right?
Bro twerking? Bro's breakdancing.
Is bro? What did I just hear? Is bro twerking? That's the first thing you think of. That like delayed registered in my brain. Like it was a delayed register because I was thinking about stuff. But yeah, okay. So
Well, I
now what's
didn't know.
happening?
He's breakdancing and twerking. Showing
Well,
off
who
his
is
skill.
this?
Purple guy. Shadow Bonnie. I don't know.
Yes, Shadow Bonnie. Shadow Bonnie.
Anyone purple. I just keep saying purple guy.
Anyone purple is purple guy.
Anyone purple. Purple guy. Look at him. He's tweaking out.
He is
Or
tweaking.
twerking out.
Or
Bro is glitching. For real.
yeah.
Cora's like, I just want to see Chica. What is going on? Oh. Bro got, like, monsterish.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, as you can see from there, the Shadow Bonnie appearing is really weird. Like, the shadows are so clandestine. Like, there's such little information on them. Like, because we see Shadow Freddy leading the kid, like the animatronics over there, and they get dismantled. So it feels like it's on like Afton's side in that instance, right? Here, I don't know really what it's doing. It gives that last kid down there a cake, though. Like, what is going on? But yeah, so Legendet, all these endings can happen through, you know, like I said, interacting with the environment in the base game, and then in some way, some are different than others. Like one for like the stage 01, you have to type in a certain code in like the wall tiles, and for Happiest Day, for instance, you gotta click like this poster of the puppet or something.
Okay.
And in each of these games, we saw there's a way to give these kids cake, right? Or there's a way, or you don't, right? Yeah, so when you don't give all the kids cake, or if you don't give any kids cake, an ending like this will happen when you activate the Happiest Day minigame. And this is a big one for FNAF 3. So
Okay.
this guy right here, right? Who does that look like?
Who does it look like?
Look at the mask. That's the big one.
Puppet.
The puppet! Yay!
I
And now
thought
we
it was
see
a dude with sunglasses on. I got confused.
Yes, he's just a cool guy rolling up
Just a
to
chill
Freddy
guy.
Fazbear's. Ready to have his happiest day. Anyway, so this is weird because we never see like an alligator character or like a pig character, but that's what these kids are wearing masks of. And like, is this supposed to be like a tiger character? Purple? I don't know what all of these are, but like one's like a purple alligator looking thing. Blue version of the pink one, which I thought was a pig, but maybe not now. But anyway, these guys are in color, right? And then you get here and it's black and white, and there's one crying kid at the end.
Aw, poor buddy.
And if you haven't
Give him
given
the
all the
cake.
other kids cake in the other games, it's just, oh, nothing happens. Ah, this is a weird, useless minigame. And you just exit. Now, if you do all those other secret minigames successfully, this is how Happiest Day will play out.
What the?
So you can see 4 other kids each wearing a mask of
Or just
the
morph.
classic animatronics, right? And then this guy gets a mask of who? If we have normal Freddy over here, who gets this mask?
Golden Freddy?
What mask is this? Golden Freddy. So our kid over here is probably Golden Freddy, right? They give him a cake. And their masks float to the floor. And the
Where did they
balloons
go?
float up and away. So what do you think that symbolizes?
Death.
Death, right? But more specifically, like in the context of spirits, right? Because we know they're possessing animatronics. What could this represent?
Them becoming the things.
Well, they're kind of leaving. Like if okay, so the masks are kind of falling to the floor, right? And then the balloons are rising up, sort of like a separation from the masks. So what does that imply?
They're not possessed anymore?
Okay, so maybe they're moving on, right? Maybe their souls are free.
Yeah.
Like they're moving on to the afterlife for real, like proper now.
But, like cake?
Yeah, what?
Excuse me?
Gotta go around giving cake? Anyway, we have one last minigame in FNAF 3 to watch. Okay, recap time. Remember, the purple guy dismantled all of the animatronics, right? So there's none left.
Oh yeah.
Now we're playing as a what?
Crying
Yeah.
child.
So it's like a spirit, right? Because it's not bound to the animatronic, perhaps, because it was all broken apart.
Little kid, poor buddy. Don't get deassembled. I don't think you're gonna like it very much.
So what's gonna happen when
Wait, he's
the
not
spirit?
falling.
Right, there's no shadow. There's no shadow Freddy. What do you think's gonna happen when the ghost of a kid shows up here?
I don't know.
Oh, there are all of them. There's all 5 together. Purple guy's
Oh my
scared of
gosh.
him.
This is terrifying.
Purple guy knows he's screwed. The 5 ghosts are ganging up on him. Oh.
He's laughing.
Ah.
Oh, bro's dead.
So what happened to him?
Spring trap.
Yeah. That's how he became spring trap. Yeah, so the spring locks in the suit, right? See how it's like all wet and damp in here? Remember what they said? I can trigger him. So he put it on. All right, let's talk about the narrative though for a second. Why do you think he put it on? You can see, look, he's terrified, running around.
Cause he's a person. He's gonna die.
Wait, what? Could you say that again?
I was just saying, cause he's a person and they could kill him. So he needs a suit.
But why does he need the suit? What do you think, like, the reasoning behind getting in it is?
Maybe the kids are scared of the suit because it killed them.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Because you can see when he puts it on, it's almost like he's laughing. Like, look at him, like, bounce up and down. Like, it looks like he's laughing, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like he puts it on because it's like that gives him his power. Like, oh, I killed you in this. Like, what are you gonna do against me? Like, look, I'm the thing that killed you. But then it ends up killing him. Like the thing he used to kill the kids. It's like the poetic ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does this relate to what we're playing right now? I guess is my question. FNAF 3, right?
This is the guy in our game.
Right, yeah, so he becomes spring locked, right? This is presumably the room that they sealed away, right? And then years later, they open it back up. Yeah, they find him like, oh dude, we got a real one. And they put him in the Fazbear Frights attraction.
That's smart. Yay!
So what do you think has become of him if he died in a spring lock suit? And like
Then
decades
he became
later.
the suit.
Right, so now he's possessing a suit, right? Like the kids used to, or were.
That's great for them.
Yeah. And his corpse is literally still inside the suit. Cause like, you could see it in Springtrap.
That's
Like,
gross.
'cause he's in there. Oh yeah. Pretty gnarly. That's like my favorite set of mini games, maybe in the series.
That was pretty good. I really like that one where he's like running around as a kid and then he gets
Yeah. Because like it unfolds so well, then you're like, oh, that's why the Springtrap guy is here, and that was the killer. Like, and also adds like this dimension to the gameplay. Like he's the only animatronic you're like surviving in this game, but like he is the main villain. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm toe to toe with the main villain. What?
Yeah. But now I know it wasn't Golden Freddy that he wore.
Oh, right, because remember they said there's a yellow suit in the back? So it was probably Spring Bonnie and not Golden Freddy.
So who is Golden Freddy?
Oh, why? So now you're wondering why is Golden Freddy special?
Yeah. We'll find out.
Oh, remember too, even in Happiest Day, right? The Golden Freddy kid is the one. Yeah, that you have to give the cake to. And like everyone else is lined up behind it, like, here you go. Here's the cake.
So maybe someone special.
Yeah. Because originally in FNAF 2, you thought the golden suit he wore to kill the kids was Golden Freddy. Oh, not the golden suit, but the
Yeah.
yellow suit. A spare one's back, a yellow one. Someone used it. None of them are acting right. So maybe, honestly, that could still be Golden Freddy if he ever like wore something different than Spring Bonnie to kill kids.
Yeah, I just feel like he wouldn't have.
Given that this does seem to be the suit he wore to kill, I feel like it's likely that that was like foreshadowing in FNAF 2 for it to eventually be revealed, like Spring Bonnie to be revealed in FNAF
Yeah.
3. Because it's also shown to be part of like it was there with the Freddy there and stage 01, so it's like shown to be like one of the OGs, right? And honestly, that Freddy looked like looked like Golden Freddy too on stage 01. If we look at it again, I think it was supposed to be. See, like normal Freddy is more brown, right? Yeah, look at this Freddy. I feel like this is Golden
That's
Freddy because
true.
our Freddy is more
Oh
brown.
yeah, and he matches the Spring Bonnie suit pretty well. So like,
Yeah. So yeah, maybe. So the Golden Freddy animatronic is probably special. Like the animatronic is special because it was one of the first, it seems now. Along
yeah,
with Spring
probably.
Bonnie. But yeah, so, and it does seem like, Golden Freddy has been our mysterious one throughout the series, and then it's the mask of the kid in Happiest Day. So clearly Golden Freddy is meant to be set apart. But on that note, what do you think is happening here? The kid is crying with his eyes closed. You have to get everyone else their cake, and then everyone shows up to collectively give the Golden Freddy kid his cake, and he gets his mask. And then they move on. What do you think is going on?
It feels like they felt bad that he was so upset, and they were like, "Join us."
Yeah, so maybe the Golden Freddy kid was like somehow like binding, like he was having the most trouble like ascending to the afterlife or something, maybe, like, and they're helping him.
Yeah, maybe.
It sort of feels like that's what's going on to me, but yeah. What's interesting too, and this goes for everything, pretty much all these details, is this was when like it was only the original trilogy, and you could always say like maybe he really did think it was going to extend beyond more than just 3 games always, because FNAF 4 was the first time that it was like officially declared as the final chapter. But as we move through this game, there's a few more things we'll see. It does seem like this was at least a checkpoint of sorts for a quote-unquote ending for the series. So a lot of these details are pretty vague, but I still feel like we can guess what they were about. But even so, we get things get even more murkier as more installments are added. But yeah.
Sure.
All right, no amount of time has passed in between cuts, so we are wearing the exact same thing and our appearances look the same. So I don't even know why I felt compelled to say that. But
Don't know why you
anyways,
brought it up.
to continue our FNAF 3 investigation from nothing, because, no time elapsed, we are going to get into children's drawings like we did in previous ones. Go through them here. We have Balloon Boy. And these ones this time have to be from previous locations, unless they made them up for this. But it would be weird to think adults did, right? Oh, that they could have. But if they're trying to track down old stuff, it would make sense that they found these drawings that were somehow saved from prior locations. None of them look all too lore relevant, but it's good just to cruise through them anyway. Like, we see the different animatronics here. FNAF 3's location, I've said it before, but they're so dirty.
I feel like those children are gonna have nightmares. Like, look at these drawings.
Yeah. Some of them are, like, honestly though, these are some top tier children drawings. Like, look at this.
Yeah, they're good at what they're doing.
These ones are actually pretty good. Yeah. Well, nothing really there for us. So the last thing we're going to do then for FNAF 3, or soon to last, Easter eggs, or like little secrets that come about in the game, because some of these can sometimes be lore relevant. And there's one specifically that I want Legendet to be aware of, and if it's not here, I'll just look it up manually to show her. But in any case, Cupcake in the office. This isn't always here apparently, and it just sometimes will show up, which is kind of weird.
Oh. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday. The paper pal Freddy can appear here too sometimes randomly. This is interesting because is it more environment distortion like we've seen in FNAF 1? Like remember the whole like environment
Yeah.
can change, like the
That's
newspapers
what
and
I
stuff.
would. That's what I would guess.
But this feels like more like physical object. I don't know. Do you think this is the spirits influencing the location? Like why would they throw a paper pal in here or the cupcake? Like I don't know. Do you think it is, or do you think it's just like fun atmosphere for the game and not all too, like anything's truly happening with it?
I feel like I don't know about the cupcake one, but I feel like at least those paper pal guys, I feel like they're just environment. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It's interesting because it's like, okay, yeah, sure. We have precedent for spirits altering the environment, but like last time it made more sense because it's revealing their backstory through the newspapers and kind of reflecting themselves with the crying children that would replace the posters in FNAF 1. But the paper pal thing and the cupcake thing is like what's really being communicated.
Yeah,
Shadow Freddy makes his return. He can appear here sometimes.
Hello, Shadow Freddy.
And again, the shadows are one of the most perplexing things just due to the total lack of information that we have on them.
I know, it feels so random. Like what?
Yeah. Especially because like I said, I actually liked your take though. Like I said, this isn't the end of the shadows fully, but your idea was like they were spawned from like almost like the memory of the tragedy of the kids dying. So like Shadow Freddy was leading them back because not necessarily because it wanted to, but because like it almost couldn't help it, because it's like a manifestation of the memory, so it's following to that room again. That was an interesting take. This one says apparently it's a Mr. Cupcake drawing. So maybe that's not always there. More environment distortion. Oh, I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, who's blowing up your phone, Playmaster?
Potential spam. They call me more than anyone else.
Wow, they're really hooked on your lore.
I am popular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, these are pretty haunting scenes. These are like like the rare screens we were talking about in the other two games with like the creepy stills, right?
Yeah.
These you get Springtrap versions, and you can see the killer's body inside of him. Look.
That's
like this one's crazy. Look at this.
That's nice.
Like that's a crazy image right there.
Nightmare coded.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Dang. Bro's pretty beat up.
That was cooked. Yeah, okay, so when you beat the game, like on the hardest mode, right? You get a special one, like as per is the tradition for other games. And you get the newspaper that says, "It burns. Fazbear's Fright burns to the ground. A new local attraction based on an ancient pizzeria chain." Ancient is quite the word. Like,
wow.
This is only a few decades later. It was like around in the 80s.
Dang, bro. Those poor
and, like,
people
the
that
first
were
one
there,
was like yeah. The first one was like mid-90s or whatever. Like, so it's like the ancient pizzeria chain burned down overnight. Authorities have not ruled out foul play, but at the moment it seems to have been caused by faulty wiring. Very little is found at the scene. The few items that were salvaged will be sold at public auction.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, keep reselling Fazbear stuff. It needs to survive.
Yeah, exactly. Really need to keep that going.
So, yeah, and this is interesting, Legendet. We barely have like any information on it. Do you think it was foul play or it truly was faulty wiring?
Honestly, it feels like none of the above. It feels like it was just something with the animatronics going crazy. I don't know what they did, but it feels like something
fire or something. Yeah. Interesting. So anyway, but there's a secret with that. And that is if you brighten it, Springtrap is in the background.
Springtrap.
So the idea, I guess, is okay, so this gets into some confusing territory, right? Because
Wait.
it Yeah.
Sorry, I had an idea.
Yeah,
Unless
please say it.
well, like someone burned it down, like one of the guards that survived or something, because they're like, this is a bad idea.
That's the idea, like the guard purposely burns it down or something to stop Springtrap or something like that. Yeah, like take him out. Yeah.
Like someone who knew why it was sealed off, being like, yeah, we need to not let this happen.
They worked 7 whole nights before they decided, and they're like, you know what? Now's the time.
Now's the time.
That's a good question. In this case, are the 7 nights even canon? Because like, this time it's like, there's beyond a doubt that that animatronic shouldn't be moving. Like, there's no way you just think that's okay. Like the other ones, you could see how the night guards could maybe like, it's weird that they would keep the job that long. Maybe be fooled by phone guy or whatever. That is just like quirkiness or not. That thing, you should be able to tell that there's something distinctly wrong with that. Plus
like,
the hallucinations, like.
Yeah, you should know something's wrong with this place at this point. Like what?
Low-key, FNAF 3 feels like it should be a one-nighter, and then they're like, yeah, I'm burning it down right now. Not coming back 7 nights and being like, now I'm burning. Yeah.
That was an interesting week. Let's see. I think I'm gonna burn it down. Might be a good idea.
But for some foreshadowing for you, who exactly the night guard is becomes a much more important topic of discussion going forward, and then there's some more insights into the player character across the games, so we'll get into that in future installments. However, like I was talking about, the Springtrap in the background thing, this is one of those checkpoints where it seemed like this was sort of just going to be like the FNAF story, right? It's just going to be 3 games trilogy, stop here. Like I said, who knows, like, ever really if the creator ever any of these times thought this is definitively over, or it's just like it might be, so I won't, I'll kind of act like it is just in case it ends up being the end. You never know with all that stuff.
Yeah.
But something that does kind of lead into that is if you complete the 5 nights normally, you get this end screen, which says bad ending, and you can see the masks of the classic animatronics with lights inside of them.
Can you brighten this image or not?
Yes, it doesn't really show anything except for it just, makes it clear this is Golden Freddy in the background, right? We have Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, and then Golden Freddy in the background. So off rip, what do the glowing lights in the eyes represent?
The kids?
Yep. So this is what you get if you do it normally, but if you do the cake ending for all of the mini games, right? And you get the happiest day that we were talking about, where you give the Golden Freddy kid the cake and they all go up, right? You get this, and it just says the end, and all of their faces are dark, and the Golden Freddy thing is just kind of not visible.
So yeah, it must be that the kids did get released.
Yeah. Water bucket, release.
Release.
Spirits, release.
Release.
But he throws the cake down.
That'd be so funny.
So yeah, and the end, the ending on the note with the spirits being released, the fire burning everything down, right? Seemed like a pretty decent end. At this point, it feels like the FNAF story could have just been complete, Yeah. Remember how we talked about in FNAF 1? Realistically, even that was all the story you needed to enjoy that singular game. And if it never went on, it would have just been okay with that as the story. Same thing with FNAF 3, I feel like if it were to truly just end here, you get a pretty rounded out story. I feel like, 5 kids, they're a murderer, and their decades-long journey before they're released from their, little spirit prisons,
Yeah, honestly, that would have wrapped it up pretty well.
Right, yeah. The killer gets justice by dying once in his own springlock suit that he used to kill them, so that's poetic justice there. Then when he possesses that thing, he gets burnt to a crisp in the, the Halloween attraction that was made for Fazbear. However, like I just showed you, He appears in the the hard mode night newspaper background if you brighten it up, which means he's still out there. So
That's
this
great.
kind of leads. There's kind of like two different thoughts on that, right? Like it could just be like a lot of horror media likes leaving you off on a little bit like spooky note, because like a lot of horror stuff doesn't care about giving you a wrapped up ending or like a nice ending, right? It mostly
Right,
cares about
because that almost takes away from the horror. It, like gives you like a
right.
comforting ending. Where
Exactly,
if it
yeah.
ends on like a weird note, you leave feeling like what?
Yeah. So this could be that, or it could be that FNAF 3 was never supposed to be the end, even though it kind of seemed like it at the time. But we know now that it was nowhere near the end, so it's like, take your pick of how you interpret FNAF 3. It doesn't really matter. I do think if the trilogy was only supposed to be 3 games for sure, I think he quickly decided to make FNAF 4 after FNAF 3 at any rate,
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so that's the secrets. Let's see, we did the secrets, we did the ending screens, we did that ending newspaper. I'm trying to think. I know I'm the guide here, but I don't think there's really anything else to go through the game unless there's something obvious that I missed. Is there any part of like the gameplay that you were unclear on that you might want to see?
All that I can think of.
It showed you the phantoms as important thing. The mini games. Oh, I know, but I wanted to show you something. So this is kind of interesting in itself. I do think I have to look it up because I haven't seen it and I don't want to find it in the raw gameplay footage. Stole the image from someone's Reddit post. So you can see the puppets in one of the hallways of FNAF 3 at one point.
Why is the puppet everywhere? This
Right?
guy.
And so you see its reflection down there also, see on the floor? Which leads people to think that it's not a phantom and that it's an actual, like it's actually physically there, right? Also, just look at it. It doesn't look like a phantom. It looks normal.
No.
The
looks
other
like an
phantoms look
actual
all
thing.
burnt and stuff. So the puppet is physically here, but it's weird the phone guys don't ever talk about the puppet like bringing it over. So did it just like find its way here?
Oh, that's so creepy. Oh my gosh, wait, that thought like just that it came. That's
Yeah.
so creepy.
And what's more is like we know the puppet. You play as the puppet in Happiest Day to walk over and put down the cake on the table with all the other kids for Golden Freddy. So this one's almost like the. Also, remember in Give Gifts, Give Life, it was the one putting mask on the kids.
Yeah.
This is
Feels like
this is
trying to help
almost like
them.
the. Yeah, it's almost like the shepherd for the ghosts. It's like very interesting.
Dang.
So I want to make sure you're aware of that too, because that's something that could be missed, I suppose. There's more stuff with this game too that I kind of want to take a closer look at to try to draw patterns and stuff, or like find out the connections, because there's certain things in my mind that I'm kind of interested in already. But that might be a thing I do off video, or we come back to theorize. Because Legendet, something I want to do with this series too is like right now we're sort of like, I know we are carefully combing through each game, but also in a weird sort of way we're like going through pretty quickly because we have to get through all the stuff within each game, right? So we don't have a ton of time to fully dissect each theory or line of thought,
Yeah.
So I think what'll be fun too is after we finish this, like of going through every one of the FNAF medias, in addition to obviously keeping up with the new releases that come out, I think it'll be cool to go back and do like dedicated videos to questions of the series, right? Instead of just broad like, oh, FNAF 3. So like instead like we go, oh, like this is not one that we can talk about for too long, but just as an example, the Bite of 87, right? We'd just be like, all right, the point of this video, it doesn't matter what game or book we have to go to, we just want to figure out what we think the Bite of 87 was for sure, right? And that kind of idea,
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
there'll be
I
more
think
and
it'd be
more
really cool.
opportunities of questions as we go through the series too. I think that's good. Obviously, guys, in the comments, let us know if there's anything lore relevant and important in FNAF 3 that we missed here, because I can always show Legendet in the next, like at the beginning of the next episode, or maybe even on a little independent short we can like add as an addendum to this video here. But yeah, at this point, the series was, you had to look for the lore, but I feel like it was easy to follow. And like what it was trying to tell you, while cryptic, made sense as a story,
Yeah, I really like this one actually. Like, I feel like this one doesn't get enough credit.
Oh yeah, FNAF 3, yeah. Its lore delivery is really good. It's like subtle but clear at the same time,
I feel like its gameplay just looks a little more on the dull side, if I'm being honest, for me.
That's a lot of people have that complaint, and a lot of people complain that's not that scary. Cause remember his jump scare? It was like just him looking at you. I know that got you.
Yeah. Yeah, I get jumped pretty easily, so I'm not sure I'd have that complaint. Oh.
Yeah. And I'm sure at this point I have a little Markiplier video. He's joining us, playing for gameplay footage on the side. So you can kind of just glance there. But yeah, the gameplay is, it's not hailed as one of the best from a gameplay perspective or from a scare factor perspective. But I think the like the imagery and the atmosphere is really good again. Like I feel like FNAF does best at that. Like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Of the thing. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's FNAF 3. I'm super excited to go on to FNAF 4 next week, where things will really start to get very interesting around here. Yeah, and until next time, keep drinking tea, keep loving lore, and we'll see you next time, guys.